Hey everybody, it's Art and Reed and welcome to my channel. We have an amazing event going on with a bunch of designers. Links for all their other channels and their videos is down below. Make sure to check them out because there's some wonderful prizes. This all has to do with the Meet Me at the Show event that we went to while we were at Creativation 2019. We all got a big bag of goodies from some wonderful companies and we all are creating a project based on some of the supplies that we got. If you leave a comment on my video or on anybody else's video, it is your chance to win some wonderful prizes. Prizes are from Fawn, Simon Says Stamp, European Papercrafters, a Vintage Girl, and there's a coupon code for Supertite glue. So it is totally amazing. Just leave a comment on my video that you see here today and also on the videos for the other ones. Information for the winners for the end date of this prize contest is going to be down below. But without further ado, let's jump in and make our fun cards. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm using a Decor foil adhesive pen. It's a pen specially formulated to go with the Decor foil. It works great. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to draw lines. And you want to make sure that this pen gets activated. So to activate the pen, you just push up and down, and you can tell because it looks like there's something kind of shiny on your paper. So all I'm doing is I'm going to go through. I think I made 2 lines there, but that's okay. It's a really thick line. And I'm making a bunch of diagonals on my paper. Once you have that, just place your foil on top and then just kind of rub it in. Now we have to set it. If you tried to pull this off, it wouldn't be clean. So we got to run this through and give it a little bit of pressure. The best way I found using pressure is using it in my Big Shot. Just pretend like you're going to do a wafer thin die. I'm going to place both of these in there because you actually need a couple of layers on here in order to give it that really, really good pressure. And you can kind of feel it. Now that you've run these off, just peel off a little bit of pressure here. There we go. Look at that. Now I didn't go super perfect, and that's totally cool. It kind of adds to the fun of that. But look how cool that looks. Isn't that awesome? This is the Max Glue pen, which I love using for my cards. It's got a fat tip on the end, which allows me to place it right just like that. Isn't that fun? Just like that. Ta-da! So then I went down, and this next one, you can tell, you can really see that background. I'm leaving this one purely white. This one, though, we are going to be adding a background. So all I'm doing, because I really want to give it a good coat, is I'm coating, and I just need to see that edge. I'm trying to give it that really, really cool edge. I want it to have this kind of line texture from the glue, so it's kind of a different texture. I don't want it to be super perfect. I want it to be a little bit messy, and that's totally cool. Now I'm going to come back with my foil and place that on top. And I know it's got the lines on there, and I'm totally cool with that. All right, so just like before, I'm going to run this back through the Big Shot. You guys know what it looks like, so I'm just going to speed right through. And there it is. It's that cool model look. So look, let me do the other one. That very distressy looking, and glue these layers together. So this piece now goes centered in here. The whole point is to get a completely different look of the foil. For this one, I really did try to almost coat the entire card with the foil. That's a whole other kind of fun look there too. Lots of fun things that you can do. There it is. So with this concept, you can create a whole bunch of different kinds of backgrounds, layering white with a foil paper, white with a foil paper. Pick any different colors of foils, ones that have all those different kind of fun textures to them. Really have fun, and layering up all those fun colors. So for the first one I am going to do, I'm going to place this in here, and I'm going to do my little Stegosaurus. All right, so I'm totally using all, and I know my Misty here is a mess. I need to clean it. I'm using all the grids that are on the front, flipping it up, deciding where I want it, and I laid it on here, and then using the grids that are on this side of my stamping block to make sure everything is nice and neat. And then I'm going to take my Simon Says Stamp ink. This is the Intense Black. This works great with any kind of alcohol markers, and then just going ahead and stamping it. And there it is. Ta-da! So now all we need to do is color it. So before I get too involved, I'm going to go ahead and pull off these stamps, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp the other set. I'm going to go ahead, you guys know how to stamp, what doing it, but I'm going to use the gnome one. Speed that part up for you because you guys know how to stamp. I've got a light, I've got a medium, and then a dark. Start with my dark, and I'm going to fill in most of the tail. I'm going to do the entire back little feet. Those are all going to get colored. A little bit right here, and then just a tiny bit across the bottom, like under the cheek, and then kind of tie it in, and then leave it there, starting with that. Now I'm going to come in with my blender, and I tend to use just the light one, and I'm going to start kind of adding some blending to this, just like this. It's going to blend it in. So that way when I come in with the next color, it's got a place to go. Now I'm going to come in with the medium. The medium, I always forget which way. Here we go. It goes like this. And I'm going to blend in just little circles. Now I'm going to go across the top, kind of fill in here. Not doing the tummy yet, keeping the tummy open. I'm going to do most of the head, kind of going around the entire dinosaur now. Just about like that. I'm going to fill a little bit more into these little circles here. Okay, so now I'm going to come back with my blender and use this, kind of blend in the colors that are there. Use that to kind of blend in what I've already put on. And I'm not die cutting this out, so you really got to stay in the lines now. So blend in those colors and then come in with the blender right in the center, the one that I haven't added the coloring to yet. Okay, and you really come in with the blender on the tail to get that dark definition. Try and blend out those colors. And then I'm going to come in with the lightest one and just kind of circular motion and blend in, kind of come back up in here. You can also come back into the darker and try and blend it out. And just keep blending until you feel like you're there. I can come in with the lightest color, because it's definitely the lightest color of the entire dinosaur, and use that to also kind of help blend. Come in with the lighter color again, with the clear one, and really use those colors to kind of help blend. Cool thing about all these markers is that you kind of can interchange them, but I like this one because it has 3 colors in one. And you get a little bit of shading on your dinosaur. Last thing is I'm going to come with my darker, and I'm going to color all of the plates. And look at that, our cute little dinosaur. All right, right now I'm going to decorate our little gnome. We're going to go back to our green, and we're going to kind of just do a very general coloring on this. I'm going to come in with the medium and kind of go a little bit around the edge of the hat. Just kind of do a little bit of some coloring on that. Come in with my blending tone here. There we go. Kind of get in all of that with my blender. And now I'm going to come in with a lighter color and color over the whole thing, just to get a little bit of some fun texture, some fun coloring. So it's not all with just one color. So there that is. Now I'm going to come in with the light again. So actually just have the light. And I'm now just going to color her entire outfit. I'm going to keep her apron actually white. And now I'm going to use the dark, and I'm going to color in her little collar. I'm going to color in her belt. Give a nice kind of color. Oops, I forgot a sleeve. I got to come in and do her sleeve. But again, we're going to continue to keep her little apron white. Now I have only one very soft peachy tone if you're good with faces, but her face is so small. So if you want to do a better coloring on a face, go for it. But I'm just using this for right now. So I'm going to do her face. I'm going to do little hands, or you could leave them white. It is your call. The next thing I'm doing is I'm taking a darker color, and if you notice, I'm blending a whole bunch of different kinds of colors of pens together. I'm just going to hit a little bit of some coloring on her hair, and I'm also going to do her shoes in this darker color. And then I'm going to take my pen, which is the same one I did her face with, and I'm going to use that to blend, just to kind of blend in her hair color here. There we go. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to die cut out the little banner. So this is one of the dies that came from Simon Says Stamp. This is actually the smallest one, and it goes along with, I just stuck it on my tape. This is the purple tape from Thermoweb. It's awesome for gathering and lining everything up. This little fishtail, but you can go either direction. So I'm just going to die cut 2 of these super fast with my little Sizzix sidekick. So I got my 2 strips, and I didn't need to cut the whole length. You definitely could, because my strips are going to be much smaller than this. Next step is I'm going to go ahead and stamp the sentiments on. All right, so now that I've got those 2 pieces done, I'm going to take my little banner, and depending on how you want your fishtail, if you want your fishtail to look exactly the way that I've done, you face it so that basically the alligator mouth is facing away. If you want your fishtail to go the other way, I mean like it's cutting in, then you can decide, and it makes a perfect fishtail each time. You just got to line them up correctly. So I'm going to go ahead and line this up so I've got about equidistant markings on both sides, and then run this through my die cut, and then we're going to mount it. All right, so all my pieces are cut out now. It's just a matter of laying them on there, and we got these fun little pieces. I don't know if you guys can see them on camera. but well, you can see this one. It's a snowflake, but you peel it off and you can do all kinds of fun stuff. I'm not using that for this project, but there are some extra bits of foam. And I'm just going to cut this one right through here, that it's going to get kind of wasted if you don't use it up. So I'm just cutting out sections, that all this wasted foam basically, that I can use to help mount the back of my little card. So I'm just going to go ahead and mount this all on here. All right, the first step I'm going to do is I've just put my foam dots on, but I want to make sure that this piece gets stuck down. So I'm just adding my glue to the back of my little piece. I did not want to glue this down first until after I finished all my coloring and my stamping. All right, sticking the next piece down. Now it's just a matter of placing my pop dots. So your dynamite, have a happy day. And just fluttering by to say there's no one like you. All right, so now that everything's all put together, the last little thing I'm going to do is add some fun things. For the llama, I added a few cute little hearts. For the dinosaur, I've got this cute little dinosaur paw. I'm just going to pop in a little stamp there, and then a little stamp there, like it's kind of walking. I think I'll add a third one. There we go. Something kind of cute. And then for the gnome, because we're talking about fluttering by, and the other stamp set has little butterflies, I thought I would pull out some cute little butterflies, and then one more cute little butterfly. Let's pop it in there. And then I'm just going to kind of come fill in a little bit with my marker, just to kind of fill in the rest of it. So it's got a little bit of some marker, a little bit of some coloring, and just a bunch of cuteness. Don't forget to check the links down below for all the supplies, and also for the other people that are doing this video hop. And don't forget to leave your comment for your chance to win a prize from one of our amazing sponsors, which you can see right here. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button, and I will see you guys again later. Bye-bye, everybody.